submitted the brief 3 weeks ago. 65 pages, 13,000 words, hundreds of hours of effort went into it, and we feel that specifically a number of laws have been violated in this, and we're quite confident that the judges will pay attention to that, so we'll see.
Well, thank you. I know you all came to meet with me in my office, and I certainly take your concerns so seriously and felt it was important with Senator Tucker, who was met with us at the time.
Right.
She's right here. And I know that we wanted to make this visit, so I'm grateful to be here to have others join us and Representative Hargrave. So I know how concerned you are, and just want to be supportive.
Thank you. It's great to have you here, and we're confident that we've got the attention of important people like yourself that can help us.
Well, at the federal level, it's difficult to know what we can do, but at the very least, to have signed on to Representative Frank's legislation so that there'll never be an instance in which family members are unaware of a class action that's proceeding, and we'll look to see what else makes sense.
Great.
Yeah, but it's great to be here. I know how important this is.
Yes.
We have copies of the statements from the settlement agreement that describe the list that say that they are recommended for community placement to the federal court. They can be taken off the list only in their changed circumstances with approval of a court monitor. So this is a final decision by the state as far as the legal document says. That's the document that was approved in the federal court last June.
Is that the person who's making the recommendation?
It doesn't say. They admit that they didn't do evaluations.
They didn't
which
do
the,
evaluations.
Which the settlement agreement requires.
And as families, you asked for medical assessments.
Yes, and
Exactly.
we only got a
Placed
medical
on the list.
assessments on half the list. They have not come back and done the medical assessments on the community placement list, which is sort of an
They're
interesting
promising
In fact,
But they have not done it.
I understand, but
my daughter is not on the list. She was judged not suitable to be moved. I sent them a letter and said, please explain why. What evaluation was done, what criteria were used, because I know that these attorneys are going to keep coming after her and try to place her into a group home. And I want a document explaining why she's not suitable to be put in the group home. I haven't received any answer from
No.
them.
The list, to be perfectly honest, from what I can gather, were designed by the service coordinators from DMR, who are the caseworkers, and who just sort of said, I think these residents
Based
belong
on
on the
the
community
physical
list.
record or whatever.
What the problem is, they have no medical training, so their criteria is not really transparent when you talk to them, nor do they even talk about it at this point.
have all the families of the residents here who have been recommended to go into placement, have they all disputed that? Do they?
Yes, actually,
there's no-
all of the residents who are on the rolling court case, almost all of them have legally joined the challenge. There's a few that haven't, but it's due to guardianship issues and things like that.
Has Dr. Bigley been out here?
Yes,
She was out here by request, right?
Yes,
Because
yes.
I wrote to the governor and asked him. I asked him to come out.
the governor has not been here, Dr. Bigsby has been here, and
When was she here?
probably 6 months ago, February maybe? Yeah.
Coming, I was.
Did a fingerprint using by hand assistance to make that card. Well, I think Joey was working on one too. Joey's working on one too. Two actually, one for Grandpa and one for Dad. Hi, Joey. Huh? The yes. The yes. No, they don't. This whole section is new. This was built in 2006. That section was finished in 2008. And then we'll do that last quarter, hopefully in 2000, whenever. How are you? Janae. Hi, Janae. Hi, I'm Senator Tucker. Why don't you come through here this way? Now we can have a little bit more.
Is that right? From what I've seen in the healthcare business in the last 25 years, there is no way the state is going to provide for these children whatever they're receiving. Yeah. Especially now, that we hear on the news every night and everything. And, I'd be the first one to be so extremely emotionally upset that I would not know what I would do if something happened to her because she became dehydrated and hypothermic just from changing from the old building to the new building and required hospitalization. And she is unable to adjust to new settings. I'm just totally unable.
How old is your daughter? Is she your
She's
daughter?
35. Yes, yes. And I'm her legal guardian also. She's 35 years old. And none of them deserve unnecessary suffering. None of them. They don't even know they're not oriented to time, or place, or person. They need the continuity of care that they're receiving. They do.
And she's a nurse, so she knows something. Are you at the Merrimack Valley Hospital?
Baker's Cats Nursing Home.